This video provides an overview of Charitable Giving Pro, a resource that churches can add to their websites to help their members plan, prepare for, and manage the loss of a loved friend or family member. This video was created from a webinar presented to Unity of Nashville. It was designed to help train volunteers and staff about the site, why the site was created, and how it can be used as a sponsored resource that's free to a church. The Provision Network is the company that stands behind Charitable Giving Pro. The company was founded by Dan Murphy and Hank Carabelli, who grew up together, stayed friends for over 45 years, became successful entrepreneurs in their own fields, and both experienced the loss of a family member several years ago. From that experience, they found their calling, which was to simplify the lives of those facing the loss of a loved one. Our vision is to provide this resource to as many people as possible. There are over 2 million families in the U.S. that will lose a loved one this year. We want to provide a free service that improves financial stewardship and charitable giving. In so doing, we aim to provide the materials that take the conversation about charitable giving to the masses, not just the wealthy. The numbers are astounding. In addition to the over 2.5 million families that will lose a loved one this year, there are a further 5 million that will be informed that this loss is inevitable. A total of 20 million people will be directly impacted by these situations, and over 75 million baby boomers will experience a loss in the next decade. Before beginning development, Hank and Dan, the co-founders, reviewed a study by Nielsen Research. This study surveyed over 1,100 families who had recently experienced the loss of a loved one. The study identified 3 key facts. Families did not know what to do, they did not know how to manage the ordeal, and they didn't know whom to trust. Therefore, people need a roadmap describing what needs to be done and when. Families require a way to organize who is doing what, and people want to know which professionals to trust. This led to the development of substantial content for helping people prepare for the situation where life transition is imminent. Situations such as someone who has just been diagnosed with a terminal illness, and conditions that have deteriorated to the point where a person needs hospitalization, a nursing home, or hospice. The emphasis during the preparing phase is on alleviating worry and stress. During this time, the family also needs to identify and work with the relevant trusted professionals. To help with this preparation phase, we created an easy-to-understand step-by-step action plan. Next, information about managing was added to the content. This covers events and activities after a loss of life has occurred. During this phase, the emphasis is on alleviating uncertainty and chaos associated with the logistics of what needs to be done. This was accomplished by providing a simple, organized structure that allows the family to focus on the intentions of the deceased. During the managing phase, one must enact short and long-term action plans utilizing local, trusted professionals. It is also important to ensure effective communications amongst family members. Thus, the site is based on best practices and common sense, resulting in savings of time, money, and grief. More recently, we have added substantial content to the beginning of the process, a phase that we call planning. This phase is targeted at all adults over age 35 and emphasizes financial stewardship. Planning is about ensuring that your house is in order. For this phase, we also provide substantive resources in the form of education and best practices, trusted professionals, and an overview of the prerequisite tools, such as wills, bequests, trusts, pledges, and medical directives. As we mentioned, a custom-colored site is free to the church, and it is also free to the users. This can be done by enlisting the sponsorship of trusted advisors who are featured via video business cards and billboard ads on that site. The value of sponsorship to the trusted advisor includes visibility of their support to the nonprofit organization, a state-of-the-art video for the advisor, which the advisor can also put on their own website, a direct link from the church website to the trusted advisor site, and as an added bonus, we also work with the trusted advisor to get their video placed on page 1 in Google when someone searches for their specialty in their local area. And we do all of this for a monthly contribution of only $95. Let me share a typical testimonial from one of the users of our site. We get a lot of feedback like this. This user, C. Jacobs, wrote us to say, "I lost my mother last year and no one saw that it was coming. I was so overcome with grief. In spite of my resources and business acumen, I was lost and not sure where to turn. Your resource helped me quickly get grounded and to be able to focus on my family and being with those I love most in this time of profound grief. Thank you so much for bringing this to this world." This concludes our overview of Charitable Giving Pro. For more details, we encourage you to view a demonstration of one of the live sites we've built. Or you can visit www.CharitableGivingPRO.com.